Alright, picture this. A place where you can ski, zip line, explore ancient ruins, eat like royalty, and maybe even accidentally adopt a duck by the lake. Welcome to Gabala. If you've never heard of this place, don't worry, you're not alone. But by the end of this video, you'll be Googling flight tickets and wondering why this isn't on every travel bucket list. Strap in, because we're about to uncover Azerbaijan's best-kept secret in the most action-packed way possible. Let's go! Gabala is basically Azerbaijan's answer to Switzerland, but with way better food and fewer people asking you to buy a $10,000 watch. First stop, Tufandag Mountain Resort. In the winter, it's a ski paradise with runs for both pros and people like me, who pretend they know what they're doing. And if you're not into skiing, no worries. Just take the cable car up and enjoy the insane mountain views while sipping on some hot tea, pretending you're in a deep philosophical moment. But let's be honest, some of us prefer activities that don't involve strapping two planks to our feet and hoping for the best. That's where the ATV trails and shooting range come in. If you've ever wanted to feel like an action hero, this is the place. The ATV rides get you bouncing through the hills, and the shooting range lets you test your aim with real guns. Just don't be that person who misses every shot and blames the wind. After all that adrenaline, you might want to dial it back a bit, and Gabala delivers on the relaxation front too. First up, Nohur Lake. Picture this: calm water, mountain views, fresh air, and absolutely zero stress. You can rent a boat, feed the ducks, or just sit by the water looking like you're in an artsy travel commercial. Then there's Yeddi Gozel Waterfall, which means 7 beauties. It's beautiful, no doubt, but here's the catch. To get to the best part, you have to climb a ridiculous number of steps. So if you love nature but hate cardio, prepare to make some choices. The view at the top makes it all worth it, though. Gabala isn't just about adventure and food, though. It's also got some cool history. Welcome to Nohur Gabala, the remains of what was once the powerful capital of Caucasian Albania. And no, I'm not talking about modern-day Albania. This was an entirely different civilization that existed over 2,000 years ago. Caucasian Albania was a major kingdom in the region, stretching across what is now Azerbaijan, and it was one of the first places in the world to adopt Christianity. Long before modern borders existed, this was a thriving hub of trade, culture, and innovation. Walking through Nohur Gabala, you can see the remains of ancient fortress walls, streets, and even underground tunnels that were once part of a great city. The ruins might not be as famous as Rome or Athens, but they tell a story of a lost civilization that played a huge role in shaping the Caucasus. Alright, so Gabala has adventure, nature, and even lavender fields, but what if I told you there's a small village nearby with a history that goes back thousands of years and a culture that barely exists anywhere else in the world? Welcome to Nej, home to the Udi people, one of the oldest Christian communities in the Caucasus. This isn't just any old village. It's the last place on earth where the Udi people still live, keeping their ancient traditions and language alive. And if you want to see history up close, check out the Church of St. Eliseus. This is one of the few remaining Albanian Udi churches in the world. It's been standing for centuries and is still used for worship by the local Udi community. Walking through it feels like stepping back in time, and the fact that it's still so well preserved is incredible. Now let's talk about one of Gabala's underrated spots, Van Dam. No, not Jean-Claude Van Damme, although that would be amazing. Van Dam is a small village near Gabala, and it's home to some seriously relaxing hot springs. Imagine this: you've just spent the day ziplining, climbing waterfalls, and eating like there's no tomorrow. Now, you sit in a warm, mineral-rich natural pool, letting the hot water do its magic while you think about all the questionable life decisions you've made. It's the ultimate reset button. Locals swear by the healing properties of these springs, and honestly, after sitting in one, I kind of believe them. Plus, soaking in hot water with mountains in the background? Not a bad way to spend an afternoon. And just when you think Gabala can't get any more picturesque, you drive a little further and end up at Asenzo Lavender Field. Yes, an actual lavender field right here in Azerbaijan. This place looks like something straight out of a fairy tale. Rows and rows of purple stretching as far as the eye can see, the smell of fresh lavender in the air. And if you time your visit right, you get those golden sunset views that make everything look like a movie scene. Just when you thought we'd covered everything, let me introduce you to one more hidden gem, Laza. Tucked away in the Greater Caucasus Mountains, Laza is a tiny village that looks like something out of a fantasy movie. Think majestic waterfalls, endless hiking trails, and a peaceful way of life that feels completely untouched by time. This is where you go if you want to escape the crowds and experience the raw beauty of Azerbaijan's highlands. During the summer, it's a paradise for hikers, with lush green landscapes, dramatic cliffs, and some of the best trekking routes in the country. In the winter, it transforms into a snow-covered wonderland, making it a hotspot for extreme sports lovers and off-the-beaten-path travelers. But the best part? The people. The locals in Laza are Lezgins, one of Azerbaijan's oldest ethnic groups, and their hospitality is legendary. Stay in a guest house, try homemade Lezgin cuisine, and if you're lucky, you might even get invited to a traditional dance or music performance. If you're seeking an adrenaline-pumping experience amidst the stunning landscapes of Azerbaijan, rafting in Gabala should be on your itinerary. Here's what you need to know. Gabala boasts Azerbaijan's first dedicated rafting center, located in the village of Savalan, along the banks of the Turyanche River. Operating between May and September, this center offers exhilarating rides along an 11-kilometer stretch of the river. The rafting center is situated approximately 32 kilometers from Gabala city, along the Gabala-Agdash Road. The Turyanche River, with its scenic surroundings, provides an ideal setting for both beginners and seasoned rafters. So, we've hiked mountains, chased waterfalls, and even uncovered ancient civilizations. But what if I told you Gabala has something for those who just want a day of pure fun, laughter, and zero effort? Enter Gabaland Amusement Park, Azerbaijan's biggest open-air theme park and the perfect place to bring out your inner child. Whether you're here with family, friends, or just looking for an excuse to scream your lungs out on a roller coaster, this place has something for everyone. Let's switch gears from nature's wonders to thrilling rides, arcade games, and oversized cotton candy. Because let's be real, sometimes we just want to sit back, enjoy the lights, and pretend we're not adults with responsibilities. So here's my question to you. Would you visit Gabala? Or have I just added another place to your never-ending travel bucket list? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this trip, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because we've got a lot more adventures coming up.